Our next project that we're fixing to do, we're going to build a room addition to this garage before we start on the house. So we're going to come out probably here, somewhere a little offset. I'm not sure yet. Come out here and not sure how big it's going to be. Go back in, probably put a shed roof on it. But anyway, that's our next project we're fixing to get started on. But this morning, while it's nice and cool and overcast, we've got this big hickory here. It's got limbs sticking out all over. If you're familiar with hickory trees, you know they're dropping hickory nuts everywhere and they're all over the driveway. Plus, my wife has some flowers there that need to get a little more sun. So we're going to prune this tree and probably prune a few more limbs off just above the driveway. A few weeks ago, we bought that Geni lift. It's been a blessing, used it 2 or 3 times. We need to get it up and running, get it going if we can. Well, we had a good rain last night. I don't know how much it was, but it sure sounded like it was putting it down. I love looking at the trees after a rain, especially when the wind's not blowing. It's so quiet. And that right there with the worms in it, that's an ash tree that has survived. I don't know how it survived the emerald ash borer, but it has survived. It's got worms in it. I'm going to have to prune it this fall because it's getting pretty heavy out over the sawmill shed. That's a blessing to see a few trees, you know, make it. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Jackie up in the mountains of North Carolina. He saw me riding that lift without a harness on, and it bothers him and it bothers me a little bit. But he sent me this. He was a lineman, and he said this thing got all kinds of memories in it. Bet it does. And I just have to remember how it goes on. It's sort of a jigsaw puzzle. Wrong, but anywho, that will hold. These boom lifts, they'll throw you out in a heartbeat. Especially the older ones, because the controls, the boom and everything got a little more play in it. Now this one here, to crank it, I turn this controls so the controls will be here. I have to pull that out. And this is the glow plug. You hold it on for 3 seconds. Wonderful. And then when you want to control it from the bucket, this controls this section. Let's see, I think I gotta turn this, make sure the stop's on or not on. So when I make sure the stop's not on, then I can turn this, and that is where I can control the machine from the lift. All right, got my saw. I got it filled up with gas, I think. And you may not be familiar with a lift. You may not ever rent one, you may never, but it has a little foot pedal right down here. And if that pedal's not depressed, it won't let you control the control board. It's just sort of a safety feature to where you won't accidentally, or anybody in the bucket won't accidentally do something that, you know, you don't want done. All right, so we're gonna mosey up this trail here. Get this gum limb off of here while I'm here. Probably going to be cutting that tree down. I don't know that I'm where I need to be, but trying to be real careful not to drop on the flower bed. If we can help it. It takes a little while running it to remember what control does what. Pull this thing back over here in the shade. Get up my limbs, step back and take a look at things. Been my experience when you're pruning, you really should step back and take a look at things. I hope I didn't hurt too much. Okay, so I think I hadn't stepped back and looked at it, but I think we accomplished what we wanted to get done on that. Yeah, that looks good. It wouldn't make me mad if it went on up another 20 feet. I want to do that white oak right there. I want to limb it up, and I want to limb up that red oak up to that big limb, but the ground's so soft, I can't do it right now. but that's good. My next project that I want to do here this morning, if I got time, this roof right here. Well, this entire north side of the metal roof has got 13 years of crud on it. So I'm gonna get a, excuse me, I'm gonna get some kind of a brush, maybe a little bit of cleaner, maybe a pressure washer, I don't know. But the goal is I'm gonna try to experiment on that little section right there and just see if I can make it. You see how dirty that is? I mean, that thing is dirty. And I'm gonna try, I mean, it needs a good cleaning, there's no question about that. You know how it is sometimes when you hadn't pre-planned. I don't do that often, but I did it here. Anyway, I didn't buy any special cleaner. I did have this stuff here, mold armor, and that's not really mold, but yet this is a cleaner, and I don't know, I'm just gonna try it. I know one thing, this stuff will kill mold. If you got mold in your crawl space, on your floor joist or something, it's a little pricey now, but this right here is great stuff for that. But we're gonna try it on this roof and just see. I'm gonna try it first without the pressure washer. What a difference you've made in my life. What a difference you've made in my life. You're my sunshine, day and night. Oh, what a difference you've made in me. I imagine after the sun eats on it and bakes on it a while, it's just going to continue to get shinier. That's my guess. I know one thing, when you're working close with stuff, you gotta move just a little bit slower, more deliberate, I guess is the proper word. Well, if you look at this, and then you look over there at that we just did, it pretty well tells us what we've got to do Oh, that's dirty. Oh, that looks like new money. A couple of pretty good morning projects there that we got done. Sun's getting up, so. And if you know of a real good cleaner for metal roof, let me know about that. I got another, the back side not as bad, not nothing like this, but this front side, I mean, that's 13 years of grief. Obviously, I've proved to myself anyway, and probably to my bride, that it will come clean. And there's probably an easier way. If you know an easier way, I'm all ears. All right, I'll see you in the next.